What's up, Zombie Talk 123? Now, for the last few days after the World Series has ended, the Cardinals not having and the Rangers not having as much time as usual teams to prepare because of the World Series, but don't think their general managers weren't doing things when the World Series were happening. They were definitely preparing for these few days stretch. They don't have much time to make decisions on options and whether or not the buyout is worth it or just to go ahead and take the option. The Cardinals declined both options for call and Dotel. I was not too surprised on Dotel, but I was maybe think they were gonna, um, take that option up. But it makes sense for the club. They really don't need him, and they might try to re-sign him. But if they are, make it cheaper because this team needs every bit of money they need. They're going to be able to re-sign Pujols and improve in other areas in the infield. Now, um, for other teams, I will say this: the free agency begins in about 2.5 hours. They've had a few days to exclusively talk to their top free agents, but really most of the free agents probably aren't going to, only talk to this team. They're going to wait it out and then talk to all teams. They definitely want to see where the market is. They definitely want to see, who wants them, what offers they can make. I don't really see too many free agents out there, big free agents that can make a lot of money, only talking and only saying, I'm just going to talk to your team and I'm not even going to wait and see what the market can bring to me. So for Albert Pujols, he becomes a free agent in 2.5 hours. Obviously, he's had the last few days exclusive talking to the Cardinals, but not expecting any deal. And the Cardinals don't seem rushed on the Albert Pujols contract talks. If a team swoops in and is able to pay them $50 million more than the Cardinals are going to let them take it. You know what I mean? They're not going to, kind of let some team make them bid up to $300 million. The Cardinals just don't have that to fit in their long-term plan. With or without Pujols is a great team. Obviously, we want Pujols, his whole career. But if we can't find a contract that fits our financial situation, don't do it. Because if Pujols does not resign, we have Berkman at first, Craig in right field, Matt Adams coming up at first base. There's definitely options in the outfield this offseason if something happens. There's a lot of options, and this lineup is very deep. And so, with or without Pujols, again, this is a good team. But, the big names, Pujols, Fielder, Reyes, Wilson, all those guys, they're becoming free agents 2.5 hours. So it's going to be interesting to see the rumors of what teams are calling them. I think that the first day that they're free agents, I think they're going to get a lot of initial calls, saying, what they could offer, different things like that. And so it's going to be really interesting. A busy day tomorrow. And it's kind of exciting. Free agency begins tomorrow. Um, Pujols will be a free agent for the first time in his career. 11 seasons. He's never been a free agent. Signing that 10-year deal, such a great deal for the Cardinals and a good deal for Pujols too. But we'll see if Pujols remains a Cardinal for the rest of his career. We'll see where Prince Fielder goes. We'll see. There's so many free agents out there. Jose Reyes is a really interesting person to watch, or player to watch, and see where he goes. But free agency begins in a few hours. Now, for general managers, I'm not sure how tonight works, whether they're up a lot of the night, calling different people, or they wait till tomorrow, or they wait a month to see how the market, pans out. But the main thing is, teams have to start somewhere. And for some teams, it's going to be a really busy free agent off season, and for other teams, it might be more of a trade season where they need to develop cost-effective young players. And the quickest way to do that is in trades. Either you're trading a veteran or prospects for a veteran. Either way, there's a lot of good free agent hitters on the market. Not as good pitchers this year. The best pitchers on the market are C.J. Wilson, Edwin Jackson, and from there it kind of drops off, which is kind of sad. A really good relief bunch. A ton of relievers, really. There's just a lot of closers, and there's a few options that were optioned. Otherwise, we'd have even better closers on the market. But there still is a really good relief market out there. Hitting market is fantastic. Anytime you have, two of the best first basemen in the game as a free agent, and maybe the best player ever to live as a free agent, Jose Reyes. There's a lot of hitters out there, and there's also a lot of pretty good hitters that can definitely be positive additions to a team. And for some teams, the biggest addition they make all year, guys like Michael Kadire. And so there's a lot of guys out there. Obviously, there's 150 players that follow for free agency, and we'll see what happens with those players. Again, a lot of good hitters in this top 10 free agents. Not too many great pitchers overall, but the relief is there. Starting is not. Now next year, total different story. The starting pitching is so deep and so great next year. Guys like Matt Cain, guys like Sean Markham, Zach Greinke kind of highlight next year's offseason for pitching. Also Cole Hamels. Guys, I mean, there's a great free agent market for pitching next year. So hopefully, we get Loesch and Westbrook off this contract. Carpenter, this would be his last year after this year. We'll probably see Shelby Miller in the rotation along with Wainwright and Garcia. We might have room for one more person unless they bring in and let like a guy like Lance Lynn get that spot. Hopefully we go out there and sign a really good all-star starting pitching at some point, but not really hoping for too much. I mean, we got great pitching in the minor leagues and the major leagues. You see in the World Series guys like Lance Lynn, he's a starter and he did a great job relief. And he's going to be really important for the relief pitching next year. And really, the Cardinals don't really need to go out and get a bunch of big-name free agents, except they might have to sign the biggest name free agent maybe in the history of the baseball. So it's kind of contradicting itself, but really, if they sign Pujols, they won't be able to afford too much more than that. Looking to re-sign for Call. If they don't sign Pujols, look them to go after Jose Reyes, maybe go and try to make a trade for an outfielder who's got a ton of ability, maybe a lot of speed. They might go after a lot of speed if they don't get Pujols. They might have to go after a lot of power. Who knows? The manager situation, very interesting. I mean, there's a lot of questions to be answered, and it's going to be really interesting all season. So they've had their time to decide whether they're going to do options on players. Now they have time to offer arbitration, and their free agents become available tonight or tomorrow, I guess. But tonight, yeah. So it's going to be an exciting night, exciting tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. So Albert Pujols becomes a free agent for the first time in his career, playing 11 seasons of the best. He's put up stats better than anyone's ever put up in the first 11 seasons of their career. Winning the World Series twice, winning the Gold Glove a few times, winning MVP a few times, winning Hank Aaron Award, winning Silver Slugger. This guy has broke so many records, broke the record of, in one World Series game. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's really done so many things unbelievable. And he's just a great player, and he has a great personality. So, obviously, we'd all love to see him back in a Cardinal uniform, but it is a business. And if he does go, the Cardinals will not be, forever vanished. They won't be terrible. They have a great team with or without Pujols. Again, Pujols just makes it better, and he finishes that team. We definitely need Pujols, but we won't, go under 500 if we don't have him. It's not the end of the world, but definitely we need him. So it's kind of weird. It's not the end of the world if we don't have him, but yeah, we do need him. But if we don't, we have Berkman. And if we do, I'm just saying, this is getting way ahead of myself, but if we do sign Pujols next year, I'd definitely be in favor of trading Berkman if he's performing really well and the Cardinals are not going all in this year. Because, I mean, obviously you want to try to win every year, but we just won the World Series last year. The chances of, getting back to the playoffs, winning the World Series, not the biggest chances at this point. We barely got in the playoffs this year, and I think that we have a good chance to get back to the playoffs. I just don't think we'll have a great chance to go to the World Series again. That's something that rarely happens. So we got to enjoy it, but definitely look to improve this team. We have a lot of great pieces coming back, and obviously it'd be great to have Pujols. But if we do, and next year we aren't in a position to get to the playoffs, or maybe we don't feel like this team is World Series caliber, or well, actually, this team didn't seem World Series caliber when they won. So, we'll never know. But what I'm trying to say here, I'm like arguing with myself. What I'm trying to say is that I'd definitely be in favor of trading Berkman. Give Alan Craig a spot in the starting lineup. We've seen him hit great all year as a pinch hitter, coming in and starts, driving a ton of runs with the games he's in. He needs to start in right field. He costs less than Berkman. If we could trade Berkman and get, one really good prospect or a few decent prospects or just some salary help or just some money, for God's sake. We need that. We need to find a way to trade Loesch and Westbrook. I hope John Mozeliak can be a genius and somehow pay for maybe $3-4 million of Westbrook's salary and get a decent prospect for Westbrook or something. Anything at all we need to get Westbrook out of there. We need the salary help. That could pay for Call alone if we get rid of Westbrook. And we have the guys to fill up in the rotation. We could sign Burley Excuse me, we can sign Burley for cheap. He's always wanted to come to St. Louis. We can bring Lance Lynn in the rotation. If we're able to get Westbrook out of there, this seems a lot better fitted. I mean, just a lot. And we need that money. We really do. We need all the salary help that we can possibly get with Pujols, that whole pool situation. So, free agency begins in a few hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Albert Pujols will be a free agent for the first time in his career. Prince Fielder, I think he will go somewhere. C.J. Wilson, too close to call at this point. Edwin Jackson is not going to be returning to the Cardinals. It's going to be interesting. I could see him going to the Marlins. I could see him going to... maybe the Red Sox. I don't know, though. I don't know. There's a lot of teams that are definitely going to be looking at pitching. He's probably going to look for like a 3-4 year deal. He's probably going to ask for a lot more than what he's going to get. But he had a good finish with the Cardinals and a good postseason, a pretty good postseason, decent. So we'll see what he can get in the free agent market. A lot of interesting cases. I might do a free agent prediction, but it's really hard to tell until you start to get a general idea of what's happening. But again, free agency starts in 2 hours again. 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, Albert Pujols will be a free agent for the first time in his career. Big day for sports. Free agency for the Major League Baseball starts tomorrow. Thanks for watching. It's Zombie Talk 123. If you missed my last video and you enjoy my videos, please help me out here. Huge favor. Alright. My band, Surface Tension from Moline, Illinois, is trying to get an opportunity. National Teen Battle of the Bands. SchoolJamUSA.com/bands/Surface Tension. Surface, and there's like a little thing, tension. Or you just search in Google, School Jam USA, space Surface Tension. Either one, please do this for me. This is huge. Any email you have, make emails. I don't care. Use 20 emails. Vote every day. Sign up takes 2 seconds. And then you vote for whatever band you want. The top 8 bands from the 40% is voting, and 60% is music score from the judges. We have a good chance from the judges. We need your help for voting, though. We have 110 votes. I think the winner right now has like almost 300 votes. I'm not saying we need to win it. I'm saying we need to get close within the first place winner so we can get in the top 8. If we get in the top 8 for voting, we might have a chance to get in the top 8 overall, because I think our music is fantastic. Please check us out, and if you like our music, definitely, or even if you don't, please vote for us anyway. Vote every day. There's a huge chance we get flown out of California, perform in the finals, to be national, things like that. A great opportunity to show our music to a wider audience. And I mean, we got to get out of there. I mean, we're stuck in Moline, Illinois, and Moline, yeah, go Moline. Yeah, I love Michigan. I love a lot of things. I've never been to California before. We need to get out there, and if we were in a bigger city, it'd definitely be a little easier to get out there. But our music is really good. I don't know. All of our songs are different, but the 3 songs we put up there, newly recorded, are pretty much all rock. We have some reggae rock, some ska rock, fusion, alternative. We have a ton of different stuff. But the 3 songs we put up again are more rock. Like us on Facebook. Go to the link. Please vote for us every day. We need your help. Get everyone to vote. Just get people's email. Go verify it on their email and vote every day. Please, please, please vote. I'm asking a huge favor there, but thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video. Zombie Talk 123.